So we're in Fresno, California, in the hall bath here. We're putting in a brand new faucet here provided by the homeowners of Delta Foundations in Breast Nickel. Comes with the drain. Unfortunately, we got the drain out of this existing steel sink, and you can see the corrosion here. And the only problem that creates is, we'll clean it up the best we can, but it gets sealed with putty. And if we put the drain in there and then you have leaking problems later on, there's no way to repair that. It's not in that bad a shape, but like I say, you do run the risk of it leaking. If that is the case, then I recommend replacing this old steel sink. And this is a 20-inch wide by 17 inches porcelain sink, and those like $60 out of Home Depot, Lowe's, or Ferguson, anything like that. But we do need to document that because we're going to set it, and then hopefully it won't leak. But if it does, you're looking at a extra cost, to come back, pull everything out, and this is a top mount, so it just comes out and then just gets caulked back in and tightened back down. So, and we're also working in the shower here. Just we're demoing things back right now, putting the new valve in. We'll take another video when we're done. So we're in Fresno, California, did some work over here in the hall bath. This is the backside entertainment area in the living room. Put a new valve in here. You can see we have paper down on the floor. First thing we got here, we put this down and just to work on. We did note you got some damage to your floor. It's a brand new floor, but you can see there's some scratching. And if you follow it, it just keeps going over. And we're not doing this to point fingers. We're simply documenting the floor because, we're not going to replace floor. We had that happen, and that's the only reason for this. We've gone into a bathroom and a tile got cracked and they couldn't find anything to match, and so they wanted us to buy them a new floor, and we did. And so we don't do that anymore. It's just too expensive. And anyways, it looks like something got slid on top of the floor. That might buff out, I don't know, but not our deal. Our work's over here, and so we're gonna pull this up in just a minute and get it all cleaned up. But for right now, this is down. So here's the work we did for you. Brand new valve. That's your Delta valve. This is provided by the homeowner, so that's your valve. And then we got 2 unions right there, a couple of nipples tied back in, and of course it dropped down. And then we use Ubenor tubing going up to a Shark Bite drop air 90 for the shower head, and that's screwed in. These are all heavy-duty industrial screws that we use. We don't use the cheap stuff. Full 3-inch lags for the blocks, and then of course 2-inch lags for the drop air 90. You can see those poking out the backside of the block right there. And then just a little hole in the middle right here, a couple straps. Please keep this. This is your sheetrock. Sheetrock guy's going to come in. He's going to put this right back in, float it out, and probably shoot this whole backside of the wall, and then you can paint it, and you'll never know if anything happened in here. So one thing we did do for you is that fiberglass tub is one of the cheapest in the industry, and it flexes in and out, moves back and forth, back and forth. And so what we did is we got a block in right here to keep that from moving in between the shower riser, that little brass fitting, and there we got some silicone glue drying right there. We just glued it to the back of the tub and then tightened the scutcheon down. We also have a large 1-inch melamine board right here, actually an MDF board, and to support this tub spout, because when you get done down there, you want to make sure that spout's not moving around. So rigid pipe down and out just like it was before. Nothing's changed, except right now there's blocks in there. So just a couple of 3/4 plywood blocks to hold that in place, and it's screwed all the way around. And so that's good. There's no movement now. You got it strapped right here and right here. So there's no movement on that tub, no movement on the trim. We're going to put some silicone on it in just a minute. So take a video on here. We've got, this is your faucet that you provided. So Delta Foundations and new drain there. We did document in the first portion of this video the drain is rusted down there. If you get any leaking out of this drain assembly and the putty won't seal, then you'll have to replace this sink, and I already went over that with you. But so here's the faucet, brand new Delta, and that guy right there is in great shape now. So that's on all the way to hot, and then of course cold. And then tub spout, that's screwed on iron pipe, so screwed on there, and then everything's silicone in, and then that's your shower head. So this is the kit that you got, Delta Foundation. So that looks nice, and the silicone helps to seal the body. And like I say, these walls are super thin. They move in and out, but right around here is where we blocked it, just to make sure that you don't get a lot of movement there. And so anyways, that's it in the actually I'll need to take a picture underneath. We've got up in here, you can see brand new water lines. So water line there and water line there, hot and cold. Whenever we put a new faucet in, we put new water lines in, water connectors. So those are brand new. And so master bath, we've got cartridge replacement, And so shower cartridge, that guy right there, now just pulls on and shuts off. Real nice, one finger. And this we didn't work on, so on and off, one finger. This we did replace on the left in the master bath lavatory sink. There, one finger, that's good. This one they said was in good shape, so and that one works great. One of these sinks we did replace a water line because it was corroded, and it does not look like either one of these. So we didn't replace anything on this side. We didn't do anything to this sink on the right. What we did do, this was the one that had the corroded supply line, and so you can see, where are we? No, that's not us. Boom, boom. I guess we did replace one over here. Let's see. All right, so there it is, ProFlow. So we did on the sink on the right, the hot water line is the one that was corroded. And we showed you that a picture the other day. It had burst on the inside. It was just starting to bleed out and scale out. So hot side we replaced on the right sink, and the cold is original. We didn't put that in, but you can see ours. Ours is a you see that Pro 1F20. That's a Fluid Master 3/8 by ½ inch by 20 inch braided stainless steel supply line, and that's the manufacturer that we use for all of our sink and faucet installation. So that's good. Over on this side, we didn't do any work underneath, but we did replace that cartridge. So everything looks good. Water's back on. You still have a water heater issue, and I referred you to someone to come and take a look at that. Water heater was installed like in I think I read 91, if I'm not mistaken, or the blanket's on. Here we go. So 1991, right there. And so that is 29 years old. We won't work on it. We'll work on our water heaters that we install that are under warranty, and then even after that, we'll work on it a little bit. But this, no. We tried to light it for me the other day, and it won't light. So anyways, if you need help with that, if you need a new installation, we'll certainly put one in for you, and it'll take care of all the issues you've got going out here. But anyways, that's not enough scope of work today. So we're going to get your little invoice out through Square Up. And any questions, give us a holler. Outside of that, this installation is done.